Today on Morehead Today.
Guest Tim Stamper. Also, Andy Baker with musical guests, the Ambrym Sax Quartet.
And now, here's the host, Nate Merritt.
Welcome to this week's Morehead Today. And I promise this show is going to be awesome. We have some fantastic guests today lined up. We have a owner of a regional spay-neuter clinic. He is going to come here and talk about the services they provide there, and they do a great job for this region here in Eastern Kentucky. Also, I've got a career shadowing segment I'd like to share with you, and be a little bit forewarned. It's a tad bit graphic. We go into the inside of that vet clinic and see what happens when some surgeries are going on. Also, Andy Baker is here today. He is portraying, and I hope I say this right, Prospero from the play The Tempest. That's a Shakespearean play, and he's going to talk about the challenges of doing a Shakespearean play. Our musical guest today is the Ambrym Sax Quartet group. They're going to be here and they're going to do, I think, a rendition of a Beatles song. So you're going to want to stick around and see this. It's going to be great. When we come back from this commercial break, Tim Stamper is going to join us on the couch. Stay tuned.
MSU TV's News Center, bringing you up-to-date stories and news. Weather. Sports. Broadcasting from Breckenridge Hall on campus, MSU TV's News Center is a student-produced program and airs every Thursday at 5. Be sure to tune in.
Welcome back to Morehead Today. I'd like to welcome our first guest on the show. He's the owner of the Fleming Regional Spay-Neuter Clinic. Please welcome Tim Stamper.
Hi,
thanks for being here.
Thank you. Thanks
Appreciate
for having us.
So I wanted you to talk about what you do for the Eastern Kentucky region here with your spay-neuter clinic.
What we focus on is providing a low-cost service, a necessary service for people of this area. One of the things that we look at is we used to do rescue. We've seen so many animals coming into the shelters and really no fix for those coming in. So the reason we started the spay-neuter clinic was to start reducing those numbers going into the shelters.
And you offer at a low cost, right?
Yes, the rates we offer is half to a third of the price of normal clinics in this area. Not to say that that compromises any quality. Actually, the quality we provide is actually superior compared to a lot of the other clinics because this is all we do. We're not distracted by other things at this point.
And where do you see yourself going with this clinic in the near future?
Actually, we're in the process of bringing down Dr. Campali. He's from Nebraska. He's in the process of licensing here in the States, here in Kentucky. And once he gets here, we're going to provide a whole service with the second doctor. Will it be low cost? It will be comparable cost. Hopefully, making it help more available for individuals that not taking proper, adequate care of their pets that, they want to, but they can't afford it.
Right. Well, that sounds great. And just real quick, and say we get our cat or dog in and for a spay or neuter, how long does this process take?
That process particularly, the animal's actually in surgery for 15 minutes. You'll drop them off early in the morning, and then you'll pick them up at the end of the day. Now, of course, if you need us to, we can complimentary keep it overnight, for you so that the animal's not going outside in a case of an outside cat or dog.
Well, great. That sounds like a fantastic service that you're doing for the people around here, and we really appreciate it. And that's all the time we have for you, but we really appreciate you being on the show, Tim. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nate.
And when we come back from the commercial break, we're going to have Andy Baker on the couch. So stay tuned. Appreciate that.
Thank you, sir.
I'm Dr. Kendall Clay. I own Safe Haven Spay Neuter Center in Lexington, Kentucky, and I work for Fleming Regional Spay Neuter Center here in Flemingsburg, Kentucky. My normal day of work is basically coming in, checking the animals in, doing physicals, make sure that they're okay and are able to do surgery, and then I begin surgery. This is the best time to neuter them, is when they're young like this. What it will do is keep them from spraying. It will also keep them from roaming as they get older and wanting to go meet the female cats. So it's a very basic, very simple procedure. Just pop that right out of there. We've got one more to do, so it takes about a minute for us, maybe two. But the main thing is to focus on getting them in before they're 6 months of age, because that's when they can start breeding. Vet school was fantastic. It's hands-on. It's you're in the classroom during the day, and in the evening you're actually working with the animals. So it was fantastic. I loved it. It was probably the four best years of my life, was learning all this. Yeah, that's it. For a male, this is a male castration, also known as a male neuter. Actually, I went to school at Morehead, and then I did my vet school at Auburn. You actually don't need a bachelor's degree to get into vet school, although it's recommended that you do. I've got several degrees in biology and animal husbandry, and then went to vet school at Auburn College of Vet Medicine. The first couple of years you are in the classroom, but you're doing some hands-on work. Your junior and your senior year, you're doing junior surgery, and your senior year, you're doing rotations, meaning that you're going to do emergency medicine for 2.5 weeks. You're going to do bovine for 2.5 weeks. You're going to do equine for 2.5 weeks. You know, it's fantastic. All right, what I have to do here, what you're seeing is the ovary. Got to tie that off. There's ovarian artery that runs to the aorta, so we need to tie that off. People come and dump off their cats, their kittens, their dogs, their pups. We alter them. Then there's been an increase of spay-neuter clinics, which is good because it actually helps the shelters, helps keep the shelters from being so full. And that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to decrease overpopulation by offering good quality service to the communities, to the counties. Not to be too graphic, but this is the uterus. The uterus is made like this so that you can have litters. It's not like a human uterus. It's made so that you can have litters. Study your sciences. You need to study your mathematics and chemistries. Those are, and physics. Those are the 4 classes that really count if you are looking to go into a field like this. All right, so all we do from here is dab that off. You can see it's not a very bloody surgery at all. And it didn't take 20 minutes, it doesn't take that long. Then we're just going to put a little bit of glue right here. I'm going to pinch this together. I've always been around animals. I know a lot of people say that. I always loved animals, but I decided that at one time I was an x-ray technician. I decided that that was not fulfilling for me and that I always wanted to be this veterinarian, and so that's what I did. I give it to Missy. She puts an X on there. That's the whole procedure. Every day I get to help animals. That's what I love to do. Every day I get to do something that I love.
Hungry and only have a short break? Come to A-Duck. Come enjoy favorite restaurants such as Chick-fil-A, Taco Bell, Pio, Croutons, and Asian Express. Get in and get out fast. Quick and yummy.
Welcome back to Morehead Today. Our next guest is a senior here at MSU. He is portraying Prospero in the play The Tempest next week. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Andy Baker. Andy, thank you for being here.
No, thank you, Nate.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Andy, first of all, I'd like for you to tell us a little bit about The Tempest. I'm not really familiar with it.
Well, it's William Shakespeare's last play, and is more one of his. I mean, he's always done a lot of fantasy, you know, with Midsummer Night's Dream, but this is one of his biggest fantasy-like plays, and it's got a lot of mystic in it, a lot of spirits, a lot of magic. My character creates a storm that wrecks an entire ship full of people on it.
Yeah, talk about your character for just 1 second. Let us know what his involvement in the story is.
All right. Prospero was a duke of another kingdom who is betrayed by his own brother. And in order to escape being killed by his brother, they put him on this old boat which wrecks, and he ends up on this island with him and his daughter. And there he learns magic and plots his vengeance. And at first he seems very brutal about it, but slowly but surely you get to see that he gets his humanistic quality of forgiveness. So yeah. It's pretty passionate about what he does, though. He really loves his magic, and it's just great playing him. It just is.
Well, I want you to talk about why is it that MSU, you know, they don't seem to do a whole lot of Shakespearean plays. Why is it that Shakespeare's put on the back burner? Is it they're so hard to learn, or
There are several reasons why. For one, we like to keep our period pieces separate. We like to do a Shakespeare about every 4 years, so actually we're kind of on time with that. But the reason why you don't see Shakespeare done so much is our directors here at MSU like to touch some things that isn't done a lot. And Shakespeare, obviously, I mean, it's naturally in the theater world, it's overdone.
I was always thinking it was something to do with how hard the language was or is to speak or something like that from...
Yeah, it's a little bit that. It is a little bit, you know, can we get...
What the heck is this?
Man, I don't know what that is.
I think one of the camera guys planted this under the desk. I just now noticed this.
That looks like me, man. I'm telling you what. Look at that
thing.
Maybe it's because I'm here.
Give
me back my other half. Come here, bring him with me.
Yeah, take that.
Hey, little pal.
Anyways, as you were saying, is it really hard to remember these lines?
Oh, gosh, it's a process, but I will not say it's the hardest thing to do.
Do you have a specific process that you use to remember these lines?
Not really, no. I just say them a lot, and it slowly comes to me. I kind of have an advantage with it, so.
Okay, well, great. And I know you're a senior, and I wish you the best of luck. I know you're graduating, I think, next year, you told me. So I wish you the best of luck and much success in the play, The Tempest. And Andy Baker, thank you for being here.
Thank you so much, Nate.
Please stay tuned. We got to take a break. When we come back, we'll have our musicians. Thank you.
Morehead State University has several regional campuses across Kentucky, as well as a huge selection of classes offered on the web through their secure online services. MoreheadState.edu also offers several books to read as well as an online card catalog through its campus library. MSU also provides students with their very own email address. Be sure to check out our Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube links for more information. MoreheadState.edu.
Morehead State University's new state-of-the-art Recreation and Wellness Center offers you the opportunity to get in shape. Come enjoy our track overlooking the basketball courts, or take our bikes, ellipticals, treadmills, Stairmasters, and other cardio machines for a spin to help you break a sweat. And once you've worked up and breathing, pump some iron down in our weight room. Come visit MSU's new Recreation Wellness Center, open 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. on weekdays today.
And welcome back to Morehead Today. Our next guest is one of the quartet members you just heard. He is a sophomore here at MSU. Please welcome Tyler Donathan. Tyler, thank you for being here. My mic fell off. Don't worry about it. It's okay. Things like that go wrong all the time on this show.
That's fine.
All right. So what I wanted you to do first is just kind of introduce yourself and the other guys since they couldn't join you on the couch.
Okay, well, there's four of us. There was Kyle Malone, who played the soprano sax, which was the smallest one. He's a sophomore here. He's a performance major that specializes in classical music.
Uh-huh.
We have David Jump, who's the alto player.
Right.
Who's the second one by him. He's a music ed major. I'm a jazz studies major. I played the tenor saxophone. And then Isaac Blevins is another sophomore music education major who played the baritone saxophone.
Okay, great. So that's one thing I wanted to point out. All those instruments were all saxophones, just different types, or they have different pitches?
Yeah. The Kyle Malone's, the soprano saxophone, and mine are pitched in B flat, and David Jump's and Isaac Blevins are pitched in E flat. And they're all four part of the saxophone family, and there's just four of many of the saxophones.
Okay, great. Now, whenever I talked to you guys about coming on the show, you said there was an event that you guys were going to play at pretty soon. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, we've been competing nationally and through the state this entire year, and we now just got accepted to a competition in Stamford, Connecticut called the JC Arriaga competition. It's an international competition where they've accepted 9 groups throughout the nation and I guess the world, and we are one of the 9 selected to go.
Wow, now how did you run into something like that? Did somebody hear you playing?
Well, what happens is we perform through MTNA, which is the Music Teachers National Association. We performed regionally down in Mississippi as well as in Kentucky. We performed at the International Navy Symposium in Fairfax, Virginia. And so we had a lot of tapes accumulated throughout the year. And what you do is you send in these tapes of you playing as well as your repertoire, which part of which was what we played today. And you send it in to them, and they listen and they overview all the tapes together, and then they compile the results and send it, and that's how you get in.
Oh, great. Well, Tyler, I appreciate you guys being on the show and for you sticking around to do this interview for us. We really appreciate it. And that's all the time we have right now. So we appreciate it. When we come back, we're going to hear more from the, say it for me again.
Ambrym
Sax Quartet. Stay tuned. Great job.
freaking bored. I cannot handle another hour of the Kardashians.
I wish we'd go bowling.
Me too.
Great.
Your wish has come true. Wilson Lanes, located inside of Laughlin Health Building on campus, has 6 lanes of pure bowling fun, and now with automated scoring. $2 per game and $1 shoe rental. How could you pass this up?
All right, and that brings us to another close here this week at Morehead Today. We'd like to thank all of our guests for being here today. Thank you to Tim Stamper for being here and for also the work that he does in this region. We'd like to thank Andy Baker for being here, and we wish him all the success with the Tempest next week. I'd like to thank the Ambrym Quartet group that was here today. Thank you for that, and it was great music, guys. We really appreciate it. Also, we'd like to remind you, please check us out on the web at YouTube, and also you can check us out at moreheadstate.edu/MSU-TV. If you have a comment or suggestion you'd like to make about the show, our contact information will be in the credits. From Crystal Zhao, myself, I'm Nate Merritt, and from whatever the heck this thing is right here, that is Morehead Today. And please, tell your friends about this show.